Are you part of a growing number of women becoming a homeowner before partnering up? We just talked about there being 2.7 million more female single homeowners than male single homeowners. And we received a listener question from Ashley in Winder. I am a single woman in my early 30s, and I am sick and tired of hearing that I should marry before I buy a home. What options do I have? Well, I say, as a dad of all daughters, I have 4 daughters from 26 years old down to 21 years old, 4 daughters, 1 grandchild, another one on the way in July. I'm so excited. But as a dad of all daughters, I say, no, you do not have to get married before you buy a home. So we've got some tips for single women looking to buy a home. This is from Good Morning America, March the 5th of this year. Here's the interesting thing about buying a home. Men are usually starting sooner than women and reaping the benefits faster, but a group of realtors in Texas are trying to change that. Research has shown that women pay more for their homes than men and sell for less when selling their property, and we got to turn that around. For women entering the market, they need to make sure to negotiate as well as just buy the home. Women have power too and deserve a place at the closing table. Every first-time homebuyer typically knows nothing about the home buying process. Here are a few tips. If you want to be able to afford a home before you get married, you can rent out part of your home. I know my daughter Stacy, and I shouldn't tell her business on the air. She plans to rent out part of her condo. Now, she's going to rent it to her sister, which is pretty good because her sister will probably get some help with expenses from her mother and her father. And so it'll be kind of like guaranteed rent, but she's planning to have a payment on her condo that is about $600 less than she was paying to rent an apartment after she rents half the apartment, half the condo, and a room to her sister. Number 2, you don't have to buy it alone. You could go into partnership with someone you trust, but remember, it's got to be someone you trust. And my suggestion would be that your relationship with that person should probably be something that is permanent. And I mean, you probably need to be related by blood in order to do that. And you can also go for a fixer-upper. You can change the pattern in your brain and think, I can make this my own. Change your outlook, set yourself ahead, work with a realtor who has experience, and we have lots of experience working with single females purchasing a home. But you want to work with somebody who is familiar with the process, your neighborhood of interest. You want to encourage them to ask the seller to cover closing costs and make repairs after the inspection. And other questions you probably need to ask yourself before buying, because this is likely to be one of the biggest purchases of your life, is number 1, do I have at least 6 months of emergency savings to cover my life, including my mortgage, utilities, groceries, in the event of a job loss? How much can I realistically spend a month, especially if you have student loans, meaning your debt-to-income ratio? If you made $6,000 a month, are you comfortable spending $2,000, $2,500, $3,000? Lenders would probably let you spend up to $3,000 on housing expenses. And number 3, how long am I willing to own this home? It should be at least 5 years. Remember, you don't have to be married in order to own a home. There are a lot of opportunities for you to own a home as a female without being married. And again, as a dad of all daughters, I want all of my daughters to be in charge of their own lives. I want them to be able to make decisions that work best for them, and at some point, if they have a partner, works best for them and the partner. But the reality is, I'm much more concerned with them doing things that are right for them.